All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I'm Gunmala Kapoor. The headlines. Law Commission to continue consultations with political parties today on feasibility of simultaneous polls for the Lok Sabha and state assemblies. Jammu and Kashmir Governor N.N. Vora reviews security situation in the state. Mobile internet services suspended in Valley in wake of strike call by separatists. In Maharashtra, about 100 stranded people rescued from Chinchoti waterfall in Palghar following heavy rainfall. In Japan, at least 52 people died and 44 went missing due to floods and landslides. In FIFA World Cup, England beat Sweden and Croatia defeat Russia to set up a semi-final clash on Wednesday. And in cricket, the decider third T20 match between India and England to be played in Bristol this evening. The Law Commission will continue its consultations today with the national and recognized state political parties on the feasibility of holding simultaneous polls for the Lok Sabha and state assemblies. The two-day meeting began in New Delhi yesterday, and on the first day there was a mixed response from the parties that attended the consultations. NDA ally, the Shiromani Akali Dal, supported the concept, while the Trinamool Congress, the CPI and the AIDUF opposed it. Sources said the BJP, which has voiced its support to the proposal, has sought more time from the Commission to present its views, while the Congress has said that it will consult other opposition parties on the issue before deciding its course of action. Last week, the CPI-M had told the Law Commission that holding Lok Sabha and Assembly polls together is inherently anti-democratic and negates the principles of federalism. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has stressed upon the need to hold simultaneous polls to help save both time and money. We have a report.
Seeking to give shape to the government's concept of one nation, one election, the Law Commission had written to the 7 recognized national parties and 59 state parties to participate in the meeting. The Commission has also prepared a draft paper on simultaneous elections, constitutional and legal perspective, and has sought opinions of all stakeholders, including political parties, constitutional experts, bureaucrats, academia and public, before sending the report to the government. In its draft, the law panel has recommended several amendments to the Constitution and Representation of People's Act to facilitate and sustain the simultaneous polls. With Divakar Tripti Srivastava, AIR News, Delhi.
Jammu and Kashmir Governor N.N. Vora convened a high-level meeting at the Raj Bhavan to review the security situation in the Kashmir Valley. Expressing deep anguish on the death of 3 civilians, Mr. Vora reiterated the vital importance of the laid-down standard operating procedures needed to be most strictly adhered to by the Army and all security forces. He was briefed by the heads of all security forces on issues relating to security management and the arrangements. Besides the Northern Army Commander, the meeting was attended by the 3 advisors to the Governor, the Police Chief, Principal Secretary Home, along with chiefs of all security forces. Mobile internet services have been suspended in the entire Kashmir Valley as a precautionary measure. However, broadband services on BSNL landlines are working. Our correspondent reports that the state authorities have suspended the Amarnath Yatra today in view of a strike called by the separatists.
The Yatra from Pahalgam route has been halted for today due to overall security situation in South Kashmir region since yesterday. However, the Yatra from Baltal base camp is smoothly going on since yesterday following improvement in weather conditions. Around 7,000 Yatris will be allowed to move towards Holy Cave today. Tariq Ratra, AIR News, Srinagar.
In Maharashtra, most of the stranded people at the Chinchoti waterfall in Vasai in Palghar district have been rescued. They were stranded following continuous rainfall in the area. Officials said about 100 people were rescued by teams of the National Disaster Response Force, the Fire Brigade and the local police. A rescue operation is still underway for another 12 who are still stranded. Reports say one person has died. More from our correspondent.
The area was witnessing continuous rainfall yesterday morning, which led to these people getting stranded, and it also hampered rescue operations. Most of the people who had visited the site were from northern Mumbai suburbs like Kandivali, Borivali and Malad besides Santa Cruz. The waterfall, a popular destination among tourists during the monsoon, is situated in Tungareshwar Forest over 70 kilometers from Mumbai. Sweetie Jain, AR News, Mumbai.
On the second day of his two-day Goa visit, President Ramnath Kovind will visit the Basilica of Bom Jesus, a UNESCO World Heritage Site in Old Goa today. He will also visit the Mangesh Temple at Mangeshi village in Mardol. The President graced and addressed the 30th annual convocation of the Goa University at the Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Stadium in Bambolim near Panaji yesterday. In the evening, a civic reception was organized in his honor by the state government. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Kovind praised Goa for its cosmopolitan character and called its people global citizens due to their extensive contact with the world. He said Goa has made a mark globally by hosting major events like the International Film Festival of India, BRICS, and the Under-17 FIFA World Cup. The Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana is being implemented throughout the country with the aim of ensuring a roof over the head of the common man. The scheme is converged with other schemes to ensure that houses have all basic facilities. Here is a ground report from our Trichy correspondent.
In Tanjavur district of Tamil Nadu, a major revolution is taking place in the housing sector for the common man, where funds allocated under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, the Swachh Bharat Mission and the MG Narega schemes are being effectively pooled to construct clean, cost-effective and environment-friendly houses. Srimati Shelvi, a beneficiary, says that she is happy that she has a clean house with independent toilet facility.
I'm Selvi from Nandavanam Puttur. We were facing difficulties due to lack of basic facilities like house, toilet, etc. Now because of the government schemes, we have got houses, toilets, bus facilities. Now we are happy and can lead a peaceful life.
Another beneficiary says that the construction of common facilities like roads, drinking water, etc. has increased the quality of life.
I'm Sasi Rekha. In our area, 51 houses are being built under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. Half of the houses have already been completed. We are happy that the construction of basic facilities like roads and bus services have also been made in this area.
A roof over the head is the common man's dream everywhere. In Tamil Nadu, the dream is fast becoming a reality. This is Dr. K. Parameswaran for AR News from Trichy.
This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. In Japan, the death toll has risen to 52 and 6 remain unconscious in the recent floods and landslides. At least 44 people remain missing. The Hiroshima prefecture was the hardest hit, with 23 people reported dead so far and 21 missing. Hundreds of homes have been damaged. About 1.5 million people have been asked to leave their homes and 3 million more advised to do so. Thousands of police, firefighters and soldiers are deputed in search and rescue operations. Japan's Kyodo news agency reports that some of the victims have been buried alive in landslides. The flooding and landslides are hindering the rescue operations. More rain is expected over the next few days. Officials in Thailand said that a massive operation to rescue the boys stranded in a flooded cave would begin soon if the torrential rain holds off. According to the leader of the rescue teams, they have a 3 to 4 day window to save the 12 Thai boys and their football coach from the cave where they've been trapped for 2 weeks. The football team was exploring the cave when it got trapped by the rising waters on the 23rd of June. Rescue divers have since been able to supply them with food, oxygen and medicines. South Korean President Moon Jae-in arrives in New Delhi today on a 4-day visit to India. He will be accorded a ceremonial reception and will hold talks with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The two leaders will discuss a range of bilateral, regional and global issues with a view to further strengthening the special strategic partnership. Besides this, some agreements will also be signed. Union Commerce Minister Suresh Prabhu has said that India fully complies with WTO norms and does not subsidize its exports. Speaking at an event in Kolkata yesterday, Mr. Prabhu said that the government is merely trying to mitigate the adversities of exporters and that does not tantamount to subsidizing of exports from India. Speaking at another event, the Commerce Minister said that the very existence of the World Trade Organization is now under threat. However, India strongly supports its need for regulating trade norms. And now, news from the FIFA World Cup.
The quarter-final stage of the all-important Football World Cup came to an end last night, with England and Croatia joining France and Belgium in the semi-finals. England cruised past Sweden 2-0 to reach the last four stage for the first time since 1990. Harry Maguire and Dele Alli's headers on the either side of the interval and a magnificent display by goalkeeper Jordan Pickford gave England a much-deserved entry into the semi-finals.
Oh, it's into a useful area here. It's into a very good area. It was onto the head of Dele Alli. The ball is into the Sweden net. England may be going into the semi-finals of the World Cup.
Later, Croatia broke Russian hearts as it edged past the hosts 4-3 on penalties after the regulation time ended at 1-1 and extra time at 2-2. While Denis Cheryshev and Mario Fernandes had scored for the hosts, Andrej Kramaric and Tomago Vida found the net for the Croats, who sealed a semi-final berth after 20 years. But it was Ivan Rakitic again who, just like against Denmark, buried a decisive penalty in the shootout to take Croatia through.
Rakitic! And Russia dissolved into tears!
England and Croatia will face each other in the semi-finals on Wednesday. The first semi-final between France and Belgium will be played the day before on Tuesday. The final is slated for next Sunday at the Luzhniki Stadium in Moscow. Sabi Hassan Khan, AIR News.
And in cricket, the deciding final 2020 international of the three-match series between India and England will be played at Bristol this evening. The match will begin at 6:30 p.m. The series is currently tied 1-1. India won the opener by 8 wickets, while England won the second game by 5 wickets. And now for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Subhadra Ramachandran.
Thank you, Gunmala. The death of 3 civilians, including a 16-year-old girl, when soldiers opened fire on stone-throwing protesters in South Kashmir, is extensively covered by the press. In the Sun Times reports that tensions rose in the valley ahead of the second death anniversary of Burhan Wani. The Sunday Tribune writes that protesters pelted an army patrol, prompting retaliatory fire. The other prominent news item on the front pages is of Prime Minister Modi's scathing attack on the Congress at a public rally in Jaipur. The Asian Age headlines, Congress a bail-guardi of tainted netas, in an apparent reference to Congress leader Shashi Tharoor, who got bail on Saturday in the case of the death of his wife Surinda Pushkar. Light at the end of inflated tunnel for kids, headlines Mail today. A Bangkok-based construction firm has pitched a plan that may come as a breath of fresh air for 12 boys stranded inside a northern Thailand cave. A company has suggested that a 4-kilometer pipe be inserted into the cave that will transform into a tunnel once inflated. Punjab set to take on drug menace with dope tests for all staff, headlines The Hindu. Government employees must take the test at every stage of their service, and many politicians, including the Chief Minister, say they will too, adds the paper. Economic Times report that Facebook co-founder Mark Zuckerberg has overtaken Warren Buffett as the world's third richest person, further solidifying that technology is the most robust creator of wealth. And finally, the Times of India informs us that Punjab National Bank is not only keen to attach the properties and jewellery from Nirav Modi's assets, but also his collection of 125 paintings of celebrated Indian masters such as M.F. Hussain, Anjali Ela Menon, and a 4 crore Raja Ravi Verma masterpiece. With that, it's back to you, Gunmala.
Thank you, Subhadra, for a glance at today's newspapers. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. The Law Commission to continue consultations with political parties today on feasibility of simultaneous polls for the Lok Sabha and state assemblies. Jammu and Kashmir Governor N.N. Vora reviews security situation in the state. Mobile internet services suspended in the valley in wake of a strike call by separatists. In Maharashtra, about 100 stranded people rescued from Chinchoti waterfall in Palghar following heavy rainfall. In FIFA World Cup, England beat Sweden and Croatia defeat Russia to set up a semi-final clash on Wednesday. And in cricket, the decider third T20 match between India and England to be played in Bristol this evening. And with that we end the morning news. Have a nice day.